the NFL. The NFL not too active right now, but training camp's in 2 weeks. And there are a couple of names really with the Jets that I'm looking forward to seeing. And I'm sure the Giants, I'm sure that there are a couple of names there as well that are going to be intriguing to watch, you know, play or move around in training camp. Dom, do you have a name or two that you're keeping an eye out for?
Obviously, Jackson Dart.
Of course.
Because honestly, people were losing their minds that he wasn't doing good in like the first like 2 days of OTAs, and then the off season camp starts, and then he's doing good, and then everyone's like, "Oh my god, I'm so shocked." Like, I don't really take all this training camp stuff to heart because I know
Yep.
it's just training camp, but it's just nice to see like these guys develop. Obviously, I want to see Jalen Hyatt. I mean, apparently he has a great connection building with Russell Wilson. And we need it. We need someone that can run these deep routes, these go routes, spread the field. Obviously Abdul Carter. Oh, he's going to be a monster on this defense. We finally have an identity on this team. You got Brian Burns, you got Kayvon. I mean, we picked up his 5th-year option. Thank goodness. 'Cause I was a little nervous. I thought they weren't going to, but I'm glad they did. Um, just like in 2011 and like 2007, it never hurts to have pass rushers. Like when they had Strahan, they had JPP, and they had OC.
Right.
Now we have Burns, Thibodeau, and Carter.
Mhm.
So, and obviously, can't forget about Dexter Lawrence, who's actually probably one of the best defenders in the NFL.
Yeah. No, there are some, training camp, as much as you say, you don't really take it to heart. It's kind of like when you get to spring training with baseball, you feel it, right? It's the start of a new season. You're optimistic, even though we both don't expect Jets and Giants to make the playoffs. You are very much like, I'm looking forward to the season to start. For me, the two names, it's easy to say Justin Fields and pick the quarterback. I mean, for you, Jackson Dart just got drafted, so I think that's a good choice. Justin Fields has been in the league for a while now.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are obviously going to be intrigued to see him, play, some of the scrimmages and in camp and in preseason. But for camp, the two names that I'm really looking at to see is their top 10 pick, their seventh round, not seventh round, excuse me, seventh overall pick in Armand Membu. I want to see how this kid moves and how he does at the right tackle position. You have Olu Fashanu at the left side. Can you seal up the two end spots so that Justin Fields has time to throw in the pocket and he's a running quarterback? He's mobile. So a mobile quarterback, they're going to want lanes opened up, right? They obviously have, John Simpson at the left guard spot. Then you have the center, Joe Tipman, and then you also have at right guard. Um, Damn, I forget his name. It's blocking me now. But Armand Membu is going to be pivotal, to really how they want to play in the backfield. Not even just for Justin Fields, but for Brees Hall, Elijah Vera Tucker,
Yeah.
ABT, of course. How the heck do I
Oh
forget
yeah.
about that? That's embarrassing.
He's a great player.
Great player. I mean, he's such
He's
a
a great
talent.
player.
So, that's a solid offensive line. So I
Yeah.
want to see how Membu moves. That's one guy. And the other guy, for me, I know Malachi Corley got drafted last, April 2024. I know, last year's draft class, they didn't really utilize him this past season, hoping he does get utilized. But Arian Smith, you know,
Yeah.
I think he came out of Georgia. Arian Smith, the only thing is with him is that he's got a drop history and he's got to fix his drops. Yes, he was. He came out of Georgia. So he's got to fix his drop balls issue. So he's really got to figure that out. Go to the jug machine, catch as many as you can, work on it because the Jets right now, they don't have a second wide receiver. They don't have a solidified number two. They have a number one. Let's be real. The last time the Jets had a good wide receiver duo was the Brandon Marshall, Eric Decker days. Dom,
Yep.
that's 10 years ago.
Literally 10 years ago.
It's 10 years ago. All right. That was 2015, 16. I was in high school. Like, it's time to get a number two wide receiver. Alan Lazard ain't it. Okay, I've seen it. No good. Okay. Arian Smith, I want to see how he does. He's got speed. Okay. He's a road runner. He's got the talent, he's got the opportunity. He needs to take advantage of it. So if he can really lock in on the drop passes and make some good catches and really show the coach Aaron Glenn that he can be a number two, a solidified number two wide receiver and start off immediately once the season starts. And you could have Malachi Corley be a three, a good slot receiver. They're going to have, as we discussed the last couple episodes, how Garrett Wilson's versatility is going to be used. That's it, man. That's the bottom line. That
Yeah,
those are the two names I'm looking forward to in training camp. So hopefully it all works out, and
I
we'll see what
forgot
happens.
one name, Evan Neal.
Mm,
Evan Neal, only because he is now transitioning to guard. When
mm,
he was the right tackle, obviously he was god awful.
awful.
But it was just such a surprise though because of how good he was in college. He deserved to be the seventh pick in that
Mm,
draft class. He did deserve it.
right.
It's not like he wasn't deserving of it. It
Mm,
wasn't like a surprise like Eric Flowers was.
yeah.
Don't even get me started on Eric Flowers, by the way. That horrible person that he is. But I don't understand what happened. I don't know if he got too big, or I don't know if like the coaching wasn't helping him. But obviously, he did play tackle and guard when he was in college, and he was exceptionally well at both. So all you can do is just really pray that he doesn't really have to move as much and just stay there and just block. Obviously, we don't. None of us have good offensive lines, so we need as much help as we can get. So
Yeah.
we just gotta hope this works.